lovely hustles. Check out this video. It's finna be popping. This is a side hustle you have not heard about, no one's even talking about, and I'm finna put you on, okay? Please stay tuned, watch the whole video. You're gonna get some good info. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in today to Lovely Hustles. Yes, it's no longer Lovely Notary, of course, and I have a very special guest with me today. This is Felix, and he's gonna put us on to what I would like to call a very secret side hustle that people are not really panning into just yet. So we're gonna give you some exclusive content and information right now to show you how to make some money. So, Felix, do you want to introduce yourself or do you want to just get right into it?
Cool. Thank you for having me. First off, I appreciate you bringing me on your channel. Welcome everybody, or, thank you for having me. And I'm glad that I could share this information. This is a business that I've been doing for years, and it's a business that changed my life. I guess I'll just give you a quick introduction because I'm sure a ton of your viewers have either never seen me or never heard about this. This is basically a business called buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities, diabetic testing supplies, whatever you want to call it. It's a business that I discovered back in 2015/2016 after like a real estate deal kind of went south. And, I discovered it at the age of like 20 or 21 years old. And in my first year, I made six figures. And, I was able to take that money, invest it into real estate. And it's just a business that a lot of people don't know about. Like you said in the beginning, there are over 30 million people in America that have diabetes.
Yeah.
And I think if people knew about this business, it's a business that can allow them to make an extra, 1,000 to 2,000 to 3,000 a month. Some people take it to crazy levels, but some people just use it to supplement their income. And if I could show a few people how to do it, and I have shown a bunch of people, I have, dozens and dozens of testimonies of people who, learn from me and successfully do this business. So I'm glad I could share this with your audience.
Awesome. All right, so let's just jump right into this. How can anyone get started selling these strips? How does it start?
Yeah, so basically you just put out different marketing. So what I do is, I basically do offline marketing. I've been doing this for years, and I basically started in my own backyard with like, bandit signs. I'm sure people have seen those signs. We buy gold, or we buy this, or we buy
Yeah.
that. And I put out signs like that. But I also do other marketing strategies as well. And I give the people who take the training that I have, which I'll give you a link to or whatever you want to do with it. But I give you a bunch of different marketing strategies where we're basically telling people like, hey, we're paying cash for different diabetic testing supplies, whether it's Craigslist, whether it's business cards, whether you're posting on Facebook, whether it's those bandit signs, whether it's, handing out flyers, whatever it is. We basically tell people that we buy those diabetic testing supplies because people get extras. Like if you're a diabetic, there's a good chance you might only need 2 or 3 boxes for the month, but you get stocked up with 10, 15 boxes. So we buy the surplus that people don't need, and then we resell them.
So can they put their hands on these items? Because I know drop shipping is like this big thing nowadays where people don't even have to touch the products anymore. Is that something that's liable? I mean, not liable. Are people able to do that in this business, or do you have to actually have the supplies in hand?
Yeah, no, this business, it's like tangible. You touch the products, it's like drop shipping. You never see anything. It's just like, you're behind it, which I guess is cool. But me, I like to physically be able to hold the product.
Yeah.
So with this, you put out an ad, someone calls you, hey, I have 5 or 6 extra boxes of diabetic test strips. How much can you pay for this particular brand? Because there's certain brands and different counts of boxes that we buy. There's, I don't know, there's probably 100 different brands of diabetic testing supplies, testing strips out there, but we only buy like the main popular brands that actually hold value. And, but people will call us, we'll make an offer. There's different ways to finesse and put the deal together. We'll make the offer and we'll buy them and we'll go meet them. Usually I'll meet us somewhere like in a public place, like at a Starbucks or a coffee shop or a McDonald's, and we'll buy them and then we'll turn around and flip them.
It's just that easy.
Well, I mean, it takes a little bit of work. A
Yeah.
lot of people on the internet will say, that's the one thing you see on the internet. People, it's so easy. It's a simple concept, but don't let people let it get twisted like it does. You do have to put some work in, and don't let the people on the internet fool you where they'll say, oh, for month 1 you'll buy a Lambo, month 2 you'll get a Rolex, month 3 you'll get it. Like that's just not realistic.
Yeah,
So
it's not.
a simple concept. It's easy, but it does take some hustle. It does take work.
So without giving too much, what is like your startup process or a startup process for someone if they wanted to get into this business? Like, I guess the time, cost, do they need any particular supplies, that kind of good stuff?
Got you. So I typically recommend $1,000.
Okay.
Every business, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's businesses that don't cost any money to start,
Right.
but you always need some money to make money. So at least $1,000. If
Mm-hmm.
you decide to take the training that I have, that's less than $500. So that would still give you $500 to buy product and use marketing. If you don't want to take the training or the class, it's not necessary, but it would show you like who to sell them to, what
Yeah.
exactly buy, all that stuff. But
Resources.
even if you're not, I would say $1,000, because if you spend $300 on some diabetic supplies or diabetic strips, you'll typically double to triple your money. As
Okay.
far as other expenses, you don't need a website. Really, the only thing you need is a phone. Do you need a car? Obviously, it will help, but I know people have started this business with no car.
Mhm.
And as far as time commitment, I tell people 10 to 20 hours a month. It's not like, I did drop shipping. So when you said that, I just had crazy flashbacks. I would remember myself just stuck behind the computer for hours,
Yeah.
ads, fulfilling orders. And with this, you put out some marketing, telling people you're going to buy their diabetic supplies,
Mhm.
and give it some time. Like I said, it's a simple concept, but the two things I see with this is, because it's such a simple concept, is one, when it doesn't happen right away, people say, oh, it doesn't work.
Mhm.
And then two, when they make 500 profit, which is still good money for just starting off a business in their first month, they're,
Yeah.
oh, it's too slow, I want thousands. It's because the people on the internet, like, they sell people a dream that they start a
Yeah.
business in month one, they're going to make $5 million. Like, that
Yeah. They're
doesn't happen.
selling the results.
Yeah. While it can happen over time,
Right.
if you do something for long enough over time, you'll be very successful.
Mhm.
But month one, you're not going to jump out the gate and make thousands. I tell people with this, like, month one, somewhere between 700 or 500 to 1,500. Month
Yeah.
two, 1,500 to 2,500, and then month three, 2,500 to 3,500. Not 35 million.
Yeah. These are kind of like, I guess, low end numbers, or someone who wants to just kind of do this on the side.
Yeah, those are typically the numbers that I tell people, like month one, or by the 30-day mark, somewhere between 500 to 700 to 1,500 in profit. Could be more, could be less, but that's just what I see. Sometimes people do more than that, some people do less than that, but that's like, I always try to take like what's the lowest number, like
Right. Yeah.
500,
That's
but you
what I
might
want to hear. I want to know the lowest. So you said the time frame to start up, you need $1,000 um to start
You
off
can,
with,
you
and
can
then
start you can start with less. I mean, I know somebody who started with like $20, and he bought one box of test strips, and then he resold them, and then took the money, bought 3 boxes of test strips, and then resold
okay.
them. But typically you want at least like somewhere between 500 and 1,000.
Okay. And then the time you said is like less than a month they can start up this business and be rolling.
They could start it today. I mean, hypothetically, you put out some ads telling people you're going to buy diabetic testing supplies,
Mhm.
and I personally sell to, like, I have like direct buyers, and I give people that I show the game to, like, the buyer. These are like big name pharmacies slash
Yeah.
retailers that buy them, who have a list and say, hey, for this we pay that, for that we pay this. But if you
Oh,
want to
cool.
have those buyers, you could just go on eBay and you could see what they resell for, and then if a box is, hey, this box is selling for 60, you could pay 20. You could check like the sold listings. But me, I don't personally deal with eBay, because they got rules and fees. I'm sure you've dealt with.
Yeah.
So I just sell, like, I have like pharmacy companies that say, hey, they have like special licenses to put them back on the shelf.
Uh-huh.
So I just sell directly to those buyers, which is a little bit easier and less problems to deal with.
So the training, it sounds like the training is very essential, because you'll have everything you need as far as resources and the companies and all of that to reach out to market. And I even like the idea that you spoke about with putting the signs in the yard that said, we'll buy, like how they say we buy ugly homes and all of that. Just putting one of those in the yard too is good, with just like what, a business number or something, or a way to contact.
Yeah, either get like a Google Voice,
Yeah.
or some sort of number. I wouldn't really put your personal number. I
Yeah,
did
no.
that at the beginning, and it was just a nightmare. So get some sort of like a free. There's a bunch of them, like Sideline,
Mm-hmm.
Voice, and do that. And then, like I said, you could do the business without the training, but the training. The reason I made the training is because when I discovered this business, like back in there was no course. If you even looked up flipping diabetic supplies back in 2015, 2016, no results, or no
Yeah.
no videos or no content. but the business, you know, opened a lot of opportunity for me and changed my life. So that's the reason why I started telling people about, because I have the mentality there's enough out there for everybody to win. Some
Right.
people
Yeah. You got to
win
get
something
back.
and they try to hide it. But you know, it's a simple concept business, but it still does take some work.
All right. Did you have anything else you wanted to speak about in regarding to like the training program that you have, or any other specific details you think people should know about when it comes to flipping these testing strips?
Yeah, I mean, I quickly explained the training. The training is like 3 to 4 hours. It's pretty quick, direct and to the point.
Okay.
It tells you, you know, what to buy, what to say, what to pay, what to do, what to look for, everything A to Z.
Oh, wow.
You can anytime pretty much. I'm pretty readily available. It's not like, you know, you pay and then I go ghost on you. If you have any
Yeah.
questions, pretty much hit me up. And then it's like I said, it's a pretty simple concept. There's 30 million plus people in America that have diabetes, and everybody gets a surplus. My father, and you don't have to know anybody that has them. Like, you know,
Okay.
one of my clients is my father because he gets extra supplies,
Mhm.
but I have hundreds of clients that sell me product every single month or every bi-monthly that sell me product. And, you know, I don't know them. I got them from different marketing methods, whether it's Craigslist, Facebook, social media, referrals, stuff like that.
So you can pretty much choose your clientele, whether it be something more local, just a few clients versus like big pharmaceutical companies, you know, who can do the same for you as well, right? I mean, it's just you can
Slightly. So we're only buying slightly. We're only buying from people. Like you can't go into like stores and
oh, okay.
only buy them from people who have extras. So
Okay.
if you're diabetic, you know, and you needed, like for example, my father, he gets 15 boxes a month,
Hmm.
15 boxes per month. He only needs like 2 or 3, 4 boxes. So he
Oh,
has a
okay.
extra. So we buy them from people who have extras, because otherwise they're just gonna either let them expire,
Hmm.
or you know, they're just gonna sit on the shelf. So they sell them to us, and then we turn around and resell them to these big name pharmaceutical companies that end up just purposing them or cycling them more or less.
Yeah.
So that's what we do with them. So you could have a few clients in your local area that sell you test strips, or what I'm doing now is I'm kind of like building like a brand, so I could buy product from people. If somebody lives in Las Vegas and they have extra testing supplies, they could ship them to me and I'll pay them for them. I have tons of clients in my local area of New Jersey and the tri-state area,
Mhm.
but you know, you're buying them from people who have extras, diabetics themselves, and then
Mhm.
reselling them to big name wholesalers or eBay if you don't
Got
have
you.
those big name contacts.
I got you. Well, that sounds cool. Look, I bet y'all didn't know about that. See, I'm trying to put y'all on. So make sure that you click the link, because that will get you to the training. And like he said, do the training and you can literally start today. I hope that this video motivated you, but we also have some more clips we're going to add, just showing some of your actual clients, right, that have taken your courses and have gotten results.
Yeah, I'll give you a few links and a few videos where you can share with your audience of real people, really doing this business,
Mhm.
all demographics, all types of people, men, women from all different parts of the country.
It has made me over a little over $13,000, and I've been doing this now for 2.5 months.
Actually, I like to call this like it's actually an ATM on demand. First invoice was almost $900. Like that was kind of like, oh my god, this works, right? So when that happened, it was just like, all right, now I got to get really into it.
How quick
Yeah,
after you started doing it were you actually able to get your first invoice out?
I mean maybe a week or two.
A week or two.
Slow start, but that all changed today.
What happened today?
Well, I got my first, I broke $1,000 day today. I bought 18 boxes of test strips and 12 boxes of Lancets. Paid $380 for them, sold them for $1,096. So after shipping and everything, it'd be a $700 day. I like that.
I spent $820 to make a total of, the PayPal was 2164, 65, something like that. Basically talking about this medical commodities thing, and it was kind of like a no-brainer. I mean, it's repeat business. The people, the way you put it, that made it so simple was, it's, you know, the people that we're getting in touch with and getting these products from, the repeat customers. It's not like a one-hitter quitter.
The training course was excellent, laid out perfectly. This month is probably going to be my best month so far. But each month has been building and building. As I'm getting more clientele, repeat customers, it just keeps building and building. Within this month, I'll probably profit about $8,000 on about $15,000 to $16,000 worth of product.
In 3 weeks, I've made total gross around 8,000, and total profit was around 4,000, give or take.
Felix, honestly, I would tell all your listeners, get the course, man. Honestly, it's life-changing. I don't have a 9-to-5 month. I did 5,800 selling the test strips.
And how much of that would you say is profit?
More than half.
If you put the work in, you'll make money.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Thank you so much for joining my channel. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys click this link and secure this bag, because not many people know about it. So we're trying to get you some exclusive stuff here. Thank you again, Felix, for joining my channel. I really appreciate it as well.
Cool. Thank you for having me on.
All right. I appreciate you.